Learn English with Afra. Tips to speak in English.
Good morning, teacher. I want to apologize. I think I will not continue studying English.
Morning, Lisa. Why is that? You were very excited about learning English.
Yes, but I realized English is not for me. I mean, look at me. I am too old to learn a new language.
Too old to learn English? Who told you that? I can't believe you're saying that.
Well, many people told me that. As we get older, it becomes more difficult for us to learn things. And I think they're right. I see myself as ridiculous wanting to learn among so many young people.
All right. I think we need to talk about it. What you have just said is a myth, Lisa. I have taught English for more than 10 years. So let me tell you something. I've had many students in their 60s and 70s who've learned without trouble. In fact, they are usually more enthusiastic about learning English than young people. Their enthusiasm is often awe-inspiring. Their memories might not be what they were 30 years ago. But their patience, determination, and common sense more than make up for it. Remember, age isn't a barrier to language learning. A negative attitude is. Plus, you have been doing an excellent job. Don't give up. I'm sure you'll get it.
You think so? I feel much better now. I will try harder to speak English from now on.
That's the spirit. And that's not all. There are more myths about learning English.
Really? Then, I want to know more about them, please. Sounds interesting.
Sure. Another myth is you cannot learn English on your own. This is just another ugly myth. Fortunately, it's just that, a myth. I, myself, have learned on my own most of the English that I know today. Seriously. I mean, I have studied in an English institute, but I have learnt more on my own than in that place. So, it is not impossible to learn English on your own. In fact, we have a video about that in the channel. Another myth, you can learn English with that old course you found in the attic. Only if you want to get very bored, waste a lot of time, and make little progress. Technology has changed language learning. Today you can get English courses you could hardly dream of even years ago. English courses now have many more and better quality recordings. They often have interactive speaking and listening drills, pronunciation tools, videos, progress monitoring, audio flashcards, and a whole set of other features. What I meant is you don't need to use the old methods to learn English. We have technology now. And the best part is that you can find many of these resources for free. That's amazing. Like this video you're watching right now. You don't have to pay anything to watch it. Another very typical myth is you need to have a perfect English accent to be understood. No, you don't. Aim at clarity rather than perfection, and everyone will understand you from the beginning. As long as your English accent is clear and you avoid certain pronunciation mistakes, you'll have no trouble communicating in English. And let me tell you a real story. It happened when I was applying for a vacancy to be an English teacher many years ago. I had already passed the first interview, and the next teacher was about to go into the office. She spoke English well, but she said she could do better to impress the interviewer, of course. She said she could imitate the accent of a native English speaker perfectly. Unluckily, she couldn't. She tried to exaggerate and to sound native, but she couldn't. When she tried that, she sounded very weird. I couldn't understand what she was saying. Well, guess what? It seems the interviewer didn't understand her either because she wasn't hired. What I'm trying to say is, it is not necessary to speak English perfectly or to sound as a native to make people understand you. You only need to sound clear and try to avoid some mistakes. I can also make a video about typical mistakes we make when we learn English. If you want it, just let me know in the comments. What else? Oh, another myth. Oh, this is very important. To be fluent, you have to make no mistakes. Come on. Some learners believe that they'll become fluent only if they observe and correct all mistakes in their speech or writing. It doesn't work this way, as fluent English isn't only about accuracy. Look. It's actually the other way around. Focusing mainly on accuracy negatively impacts your fluency and ability to speak naturally and rapidly. Additionally, by constantly eliminating errors of being afraid of making them, you may avoid using complex sentences with sophisticated vocabulary and structure. Not surprisingly, this complexity also adds to your fluency level. Therefore, try to balance accuracy and complexity, and remember that accuracy isn't everything. Mistakes are totally acceptable and even necessary. You have to make mistakes in order to improve. So, you can be fluent at English and make mistakes. That's okay. Another myth, once you're fluent, you're always fluent. Of course not. Most people learn the language, spending a lot of time and money, but end up forgetting what they've learned. Bad news, you have to literally insert English in your life if you want to maintain fluency. Good news, however, is that you can learn to enjoy the process. Remember to apply methods that you like. Experiment with video, audio, and other ways of learning. Dedicate some time every day and keep the language fresh. Oh, look at the time. I really need to go. If you have any questions about learning English,
They will like the video and will let us know in the comments. Thank you so much. I hope you liked this conversation. If you could improve your English a little more, please subscribe to the channel and share this video with a friend.